right, I think we're ready to go. If you see anybody popping their heads in, like, what's up, wave them in. Whatever. And if anybody wants to sit in here, there's 2 chairs.
I won't bite you unless you ask me to.
So don't be scared. We're gonna want, you want to introduce yourself again?
Yeah. I'm Will Larsen. I'm back. I couldn't get enough. I'm a sophomore class of 2017, and I brought 3 new songs. I'm going to start with the newest of them, which is called 4 Years, and it comes from, as many songs do, a place of loss. I came home one fateful night, opened the door, and what a sight. Take away my heart's delight. You were dying, you were dead. Still warm in your usual spot. Tried to get you to wake up, but you would not. It was a long time coming, and it was still a lot. That you were dying, you were dead. Fairly well, my one true friend, faithful servant till the end. But before you go off to the giant motherboard in the sky, let me take your hard drive. Really need to get some files off of that hard drive. 100100100100100. Helped me write papers, study for tests, hummed quietly in the background while I would rest. Played video games with me or for me, whatever. You were the best, but now you're dying. Now you're dead. 4 long years spent by my side, more than half of high school. What a ride. But time leapt forward with quickening strides, and now you're dying. Now you're dead. I ordered your replacement yesterday. Newer make and newer model, but it'll never understand all the good times we had, like that once when I spilled nearly half a bottle of Mountain Dew on you, and I wasn't sure if you'd make it through. Fare thee well, my one true friend, faithful servant till the end. But before you go off to the giant motherboard in the sky, let me take your hard drive. I've got some pictures and music to get off of that hard drive. 4 years of my memories on that hard drive. 10010010000000000. So it had kind of a little bit of a twist to it. I hope y'all didn't mind. I just subverted your expectations, I think.
So are you moving everything to the cloud now so you don't have any of these problems again?
Well, I've got an external hard drive. My computer did die after 4 years, and it was kind of distressful. So because I am a student at a liberal arts school, my response, of course, was to write a song about it. I am putting a lot more stuff on the cloud. I got IT to help me get the old hard drive out of the computer, but I still have them, so I can make a music video where I bury the whole thing off the end of the world somewhere.
Like Office Space style?
Yeah, very much so. Or maybe cremate it, you know?
Yeah.
See what sort of like twisted plastic ashes I end up with. Get a little urn for it from one of the ceramic students, yeah. But my next song, speaking of being a liberal arts student, I figure I'm from Texas, kind of a red state. So I figured coming up to Vermont, I have some license to write a song about being a tree. So this is called The Logger's Lament, and my excuse is that I go to Bennington College in Vermont. I could stand in a forest or a meadow. I could look out on the mountains or the sea. If I'm ever born again out of the earth, oh, let me be reincarnated as a tree. I'd start out as an acorn or a pine cone. In the spring I'd sprout and send out little leaves. All I need's a patch of loam I can call my own. Save a sunny spot of soil for me. Make me a sugar maple. Watch my leaves blush orange with the fall. My syrup served to friends around a table, and we can all grow strong and tall. Simple minds have simple pleasures. Send my roots down, search for treasures. Any storm and any weather will roll on by until I see a clear sky. I could watch the wild chases of the squirrels. Let my limbs hold up nests of every kind. I'd let weary travelers sit against me. Take my comfort in the respite they find. I could hold the weight of snow in changing seasons. I could wait for resurrection every spring. I could lose my leaves and I wouldn't have to grieve, knowing bluebirds will return to me and sing. Make me a Texas live oak. Give me a couple 100 years till my branches shade the world from hardship, and I can't remember any of my fears. Simple minds have simple pleasures. Send my roots down, search for treasures. Any storm and any weather will roll on by until I see a clear sky. Oh, until I see a clear sky. Though the hurricanes and rains may beat against me, soon enough I'll bask again in the sun. I'll remember in my range all the little things folks forget that their ancestors have done. May my heart would never bleed or be broken. May my roots rest cozy in the dark. May the cold stream of time smooth over the initials carved into my bark. Make me a wetland cypress. Watch that muddy river roll around my knees. Watch the water and the world flow by as everybody goes downstream but me. Gentle minds have gentle pleasures. Send my roots down, search for treasures. Any storm and any weather will roll on by until I see a clear sky. Until I see a clear sky. Until I see a clear sky. Yeah. I guess I'm sort of preaching to the choir.
When you're in other places, like in Texas, did you write songs about that area too?
I only really started writing songs this past fall, and there are already so many good songs about Texas that I figure I need to really put some thought into what I'm gonna what I'm gonna do for a good Texas-ish song. The perfect country song is "You Never Even Call Me by My Name," and there's a point like where the bridge would be, where they just sort of noodling around and they say like the song has everything except mama, jails, the rain, my truck, and my dog. So then they work all of that in the last verse.
Oh, nice.
I've been thinking about writing a song around the idea of like I had a real country song of a year. Like my dog died, my heart got broke, my truck got stolen, all that sort of things. But I may need some more pertinent life experience first. Have to go to jail, drink a lot of whiskey, smoke a lot, get that sort of Tom Waits voice, or at least to Johnny Cash. But I do have a sort of a little bit of a bluesy song to go out with called Curve of the Hook. Are y'all ready?
Mm-hmm. So
Good. Oh, oh boy. I think I'm gonna take the mute off. Would that be okay?
Let's do it.
Get some twang. I got this mute for Christmas. I asked for it, but I think my roommate does appreciate it. That I don't have to practice at full volume anymore.
I'm hoping one of these days for a letter or a look from someone special. Silver apples of the moon, golden apples of the sun. Till the two of us walk through that long dappled grass. I gotta find some way to keep from coming undone. So while I've got this fire in my head, I look for ways of making that sluggish clock spin by. Sometimes a heart won't shatter quick and clean. Time crawls in the mud and it's forgotten how to fly. Yeah. These days they got other names for opium. I don't know that I'd try it if I got the chance and could. But after all the sharp things I've been feeling lately, I'd consider the drug if it had turned my nerves to wood. Well, it's one thing to be tempted, another thing to bite. But even the good folks wanna look. The biggest fishes in the pond have already pondered the curve. Wow. Sometimes I want to be the mortal force of a car crash, but I know the going fast won't set me free. So when the wolf in my veins wants to slam doors and fist some people, I let my blood boil up until I sing like a gelatine. Wow. It's hard to understand why the easy way isn't the right way. Love's a four-letter word without a reason to rhyme. I guess I'll just grow old with wandering, 'cause my friends all tell me it's only a matter of time. Well, it's one thing to be tempted, another thing to bite. But even the good folks want a little look. The biggest fishes in the pond have already pondered the curve of
I need to drink what's in a bottle to get through that, you know? Yeah. It's good playing for y'all. I've been finding that I tend to gravitate towards captive audiences and then like shut the door and be like, I have my banjo. I'm gonna play y'all something. But
Stumbling in people's rooms. Oh, I see you're all seated here.
well, I'm in the right place. Yeah. I play in health services. I used to have banjo class right after I got my allergy shots. And eventually the people in health services were like, what, you have your banjo outside there? I was like, I do. So then I brought it in. And now I go even when I don't have allergy shots.
The best medical waiting room.
They're at work. Dr. Randy can't go anywhere. Billy Joe can't go anywhere. They have to listen to me.
You mean captive audience?
Yeah, when I say captive
I'm
audience.
sure that's what happened the first time you came here with the thing too, right? And
Yeah.
then we just jumped to record it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, thank y'all so much for having me.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Woo.
Yay! Back to my office with more merriment.
You remember from the Hobbit movie trailers, they came up with a music for Far Over the Misty Mountains Cold. I had come up with a version of that before those movies came out, before I heard their version. I've been refining it a little. So I've got that one, I've got the Bilbo Song at the very end, and I've got I can play it clawhammer, or I think it would work better as a jig, but for the dwarves when they're walking. I'll play it clawhammer first and then do a jig. Hey. I think it will be fun.
Yeah.
I think you should work with Fiona. She's really into Tolkien.
Yeah?
Yep.
I'm like, okay. I know I want to do it sort of from the like Celtic music tradition. So yeah, that would probably, that would be right up her alley.
Does
And then for the Eagles, they only come in twice, but they would be the brass. Make like two really awesome fanfares.